I was asked a question about the fuel system on this Kubota 260 tractor that I have some other videos on, and I thought the easiest way was just come out and do a video with a quick, complete overview of the whole fuel system. So obviously it starts with just a regular atmospherically vented fuel tank. It gravity feeds down into this pipe right here that's got a shutoff valve for maintenance. It comes through this to the lift pump. This is a mechanical lift pump. There's a rock catcher screen inside of that fitting right there, so that if there's any grass or hay or straw, it gets caught instead of getting pulled in. Then from there, that fuel is pushed up this pipe right here. So the fuel gets pushed up that pipe into the filter housing, which this is not the original filter housing. That's probably off a car or something. So this right here is the inlet to the injection pump. Now, the whole fuel system has a low pressure that's dictated by the overflow valve, which lives inside of this fitting right here. There's a spring with a ball bearing against the seat, and that forms a check valve. All it does is create a resistance so that the flow through here is restricted, so that it packs, pressure. There's a pressure rise in this whole section. The overflow will vent any pressure above the spring's resistance through this clear passageway to the top of the tank, and there's no back pressure in here. Now, the person said he had a fuel leak in this pump. He didn't clarify whether the fuel is leaking out of the overflow or whether it was leaking out of the vent cap, which is in the governor. So that is a ventilation. I don't know which one he's got leaking. This is the fill for the oil, that plug right there, and this is the air vent in it, so that hot and cold, it can expand and contract without squeezing out the side of the pump. Now, if he's leaking out of the air vent, then that means that fuel that's in the injection section is leaking into the governor section and overfilling it. My answer for that is the pump's got to come off and go to a pump shop for rebuild. If it's leaking from here, all he's really got to do is probably pull this whole section apart, change out all the crush washers, they're brass or copper crush washers, sealing washers, and just make sure there's no foreign debris that's causing things to not seat correctly and make a diesel fuel leak. So if it's running down here, you need to change out the crush washers.